Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. This is the Mystic Leo. We are doing the weekly energy check-in for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. So let's jump right in, okay? Take what resonates for you, leave the parts that don't. You already know the drill. If this reading doesn't resonate for you, I have plenty other readings. You can check them out. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for being here, choosing my video. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Even if you just drive by for a little bit, don't forget to like, share, and sub. You have the hostilities that are in reverse. This is great. You know why hostilities in reverse is great? Because it means that something that's been really challenging for you is subsiding this week. All right. And, you know, I'm thinking, let me look at the book definition really quick as well for this in reverse. It's number 26. And it says, this card reverse marks the end of hostilities for you. There's a shift in the energies around you and even about you personally. Universe is supporting your own internal shift as well. Whether the aggressive action has ended due to external factors or by your own intervention, this card bodes well for more peace and harmony. Be aware, however, that there may still be some action you have to take, and it may seem on the surface that things are slow in getting better. This card encourages you, letting you know that the inner vibrations are changing and your situation is going to be resolved. So love that for y'all. Let's see what one of your biggest challenges is going to be this week. Okay, Leo? Because I like to see what kind of challenges we face, right? Like, as a Leo, let me know up front. You know what I'm saying? Let me know up front. All right, what do we got? We have the Queen of Light and the Lady of Lightning. Very interesting. Both of these are cards around light. One is lightning and one is light. So let me see. There could be some surprises or shocks here, or a really huge paradigm shift. And we have illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. So let me look at this one first with the Lady of Lightning. Okay, it's card number 35, if that means anything to my numerology gurus out there. This is a unpleasant news. Okay, so you could get some weird news this week. There could be a shock about something, kind of like expect maybe a mini tower here. It says there's an overall sense of powerless in aspects you may experience when you have the Lady of Lightning appears as your as a challenger. This is a time you could be forced to make a change you don't want to make. A situation may suddenly turn into a different direction than you hoped it would. So interesting. This can be a sign that there could be some difficulties or surprises, but consider the idea of a thunderstorm and how beautiful it is with all that charged energy. And after it passes, it will always pass because that's the nature of a storm. So your difficulties will too. It says, engage in the law of non-resistance at this time. Relax and wait out the storm in the shelter of your faith and goodwill, trusting that it will all be well, even if it doesn't seem like it in the moment. Wonderful news has an opportunity to grow when the storm passes. So it seems like with these two cards, there could be actually something that's coming up this week. And perhaps whatever that storm is, it's going to be passing this week too. So it kind of feels a little bit to me like as soon as something comes up, it's very quickly resolved. All right. And even if you've been going through that lightning for a long period of time, it is coming to some sort of resolution. Okay. Now, number 15, as a challenger, the Queen of Light challenges you to shine your light and not give in to fear. So this time may be challenging you to have a lot of faith right now and to conquer your fears. Are you hiding yourself for fear of rejection? Are you still afraid of success as you are of failure? The light of the divine shining within you is a power that expresses through you. This is not your ego, it's an authentic place of self expression. The Queen of Light also challenges you to look at how you're affected by glitter, glamour, and the superficial of dreams within society. Are you memorized by false power? The material world is fleeting, nothing lasts forever. Make sure your intentions come from deep within you, and don't base them just on money or power or what you think love will do for you. Ask instead what you can offer, what you can give. True wealth resides within peace, harmony, and a sense of purpose. Remember that the light isn't garish or cold, nor is it manufactured. It's warm, brilliant, and natural. Give up attachments to the outer goal, and if it's meant to be yours, it will surely come. I am rather tongue-tied today, so sorry. It's I'm having like one of them days, all right? I don't know what it is, and I'm not starting this over again. I hate doing that. It makes me even more tongue-tied when I stop the video and then I start it again. So let's see what else we got for you, Leo. What's coming this week? Money, love, career. Por favor, please responde, spirit. We have unsteady. Wow, it's a week. I'm just saying. It's some bullshit this week, okay? Things might be getting wobbly with your cash flow or business. Abrupt changes in decision making are affecting your finances. Some of y'all, listen, hear the message. Things are unsteady because you're doing things in an unsteady. I'm done. Okay, in an unsteady way. Right? So your cash flow can be affected because you're making different decisions than you were before. So be aware of that. All right, my loves. Let me get one or two of these zodiacs. And then we're going to move on to the actual tarot reading. Okay, guys. We're going to look at money, love, career that way. Actually, no. I have two more cards I need to pull for you. And this one. Okay. You've got the fairy tale. Some of you may feel a bit of a romantic or a daydreamy vibe with this. Practicing magic. Maybe you're doing some sort of love spell this week or something to attract a partner. I feel like that type of energy. You may be reading a lot of books. Maybe you're reading a lot of like fantasy. I'm getting fantasy books and like romance books, or you're just starting to get into that. There's a lot of things going on with you this week. You could feel a little bit like your head's just sort of in the clouds at this time, Leo, okay? So I think some of you are really in a very romantic type of vibe. Maybe you're watching a lot of like romance movies too. We have a yes or no. So I want you to focus, because this is a yes or no card, and I want you to focus on a question that you have, okay? Whatever you need to do, get intentional, hand on the heart, close your eyes, whatever that looks like for you. And I want you to focus on your question. And here's your answer. It is a yes. It's time. Okay, it's time for action. Things are fast-tracked to unfold quickly and smoothly for you. And now you also have the corsets. Okay, so there may be, I feel like some of you are doing something around your body. Maybe I feel like a change of clothing or the way you're carrying yourself. I feel like somebody's working on their back issues or something this week. I'm getting like the spine, I'm getting the back feeling held up. You may need some extra support this week, or you're looking for some extra support. Some of you may encounter like your people pleasing thing this week as well. But for some of you, there's going to be like a challenge with your boundaries. Maybe that something is going to come up again and kind of like you get to face something around your boundaries. Okay. So we have the corset here. Also, it's a 4 with the Aquarius symbol, which would represent the 4 of Cups. So you may be focused on something heavily this week with like maybe how you used to be, how your body used to operate, or how things were at some time before. Okay. And I feel like Spirit's really encouraging you to The only reason it's coming up is for you to look at something, maybe how you've restricted yourself from that point. All right, since the corset is very much like a restrictive type of energy. All right, I have one or two other cards, but I'm going to read them at the end of this reading. So let's get into the actual tarot reading here. Yo, money looking funny, Leo. Money's looking a little funny this week. So, overall, how we looking? Talk to me about love, career. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is great. Why is this great? Because those of you looking for work or some sort of money or job is actually coming through for you this week. This is a brand new cycle about to begin for you, doors opening, and manifesting something in the material world here that you may have been wanted. Okay, so you're kind of going through a little bit of a reset right now, but whatever is coming toward you is going to bring you some abundance. So I'm seeing work definitely for some people here, right? What else do we have for Leo? Page of Pentacles. That's great. Again, another financial opportunity coming your way. It could look like a bonus, a message from, you know, Indeed, Career Builder, whatever it is. You may be hearing back from somebody who wants to have an interview with you this week or actually employ you. Again, this is a message of new beginnings. So some of you may be mapping out what your financial situation looks like from here, you know, into the future. I feel like many of you are planning, coming up with strategies, writing things down, looking at your finances very closely. There could be new jobs, businesses, you know, bountiful abundance, financial abundance coming in this week. This is very good. If you're getting entrepreneurial type of business off the ground, this is a very good omen, actually. Okay, so we also have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, the Knight of Swords, and the Judgment card. So some of you could be doing something around religion, like learning this week, taking courses, or reevaluating some of your spiritual beliefs here, or getting into things with friends. Okay, so I feel like some of you have an experience this week where you sit down with your friends, because we got Judgment here already. You sit down with your friends, you have a conversation, and it might get a little bit heated, and maybe that's why we have some of this Lady of Lightning and the hostilities, and things may start out that way, but they quickly calm down through the week. But there could be some impulsive things that are said, or heated discussion or argument, probably around spirituality or religion, since we do have the Hierophant here. Okay, someone could actually be getting engaged. I would think it more with the Page of Cups, but with this Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant, it is giving that somebody may try to lock it down this week. Okay, and make the relationship more serious. I think this week you're into more taking action, but you need to be careful of being impulsive, doing impulsive things, buying impulsive things, because this could, you know, affect you in the long term if you continue doing this type of thing. I do think that with Judgment here, there's a big change that you're going through that's starting right now with your decisions. And some of you have noticed that you've made a lot of impulsive decisions, and you're getting more grounded in that this week. Okay. Now, I do feel like those of you who are in some sort of relationship, somebody's, like I said, it's impulsive. You're kind of jumping into a relationship. All right. It's very interesting because you're at this really significant point. You're facing a lot of your challenges sort of head on, especially when it comes to relationships this week. And I think some of you have had some trouble finding, like, you know, love, companionship, that type of thing. So there may be a lot of reflecting on that and how you really do want some kind of traditional connection with somebody. We have the Hangman as your biggest challenging energy through this. This is about the transition that you're in. Your biggest challenge is change. It's a metamorphosis project of yourself that you're working on. Some of you are kind of cocooned. You keep yourself inside too much, or you haven't gotten out to like find something that you really enjoy doing. So it's hard for you to meet people because you're really not putting yourself out there. Okay. You know, you could also feel this week, I feel like what the hangman is also bringing up, Pisces energy, is sacrificing something. Your biggest challenge may be sacrificing your discomfort to get out so you can actually meet people. Okay. Like literally. Let me go ahead and clarify this. Those of you who have gotten some sort of serious relationship offer or an engagement, you're really thinking about this. You're not just jumping in. There's a part of you that's very Knight of Swords that wants to just do it and go for it. But something about this, it may be like a second chance relationship and you have some hang-ups about really being in this connection with this person as far as like a really long term. Okay. It may be happening very quickly because it is the Knight of Swords. Okay, what's this Ace of Pentacles? Okay. Yep, Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. There's an offer coming your way that you may need to take a step back before going into this thing and kind of assess everything. You may have a lot of options with this, or you may feel a little bit of confusion around it because it is the Seven of Cups. Maybe you experience this person, if we're talking about a relationship, as somebody who feels like you're just having a good time with them, but they may be taking it a little more serious than you actually thought. Okay, what's the Page of Pentacles? Some of you are dating multiple people. Hold on, this fell on the floor. Okay, Four of Cups. What else? What else? Four of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Interesting. So for some of you, I'm going to say that this person is interested in a relationship, or maybe this could be you, so take it as it resonates. This is a strategy to keep you, because they know that they can feel your distance in the connection with them, or you feel the distance with them. So it's this, let's do more things, let's get closer, let me make the next step. Let me take this. I don't want to lose you, so let me take this a step further. Okay, why do we have the Hierophant? Okay, there it is, the Knight of Cups, the romantic proposal. This could be the proposal. There we go. The romantic proposal coming through. Someone could just be doing more for you, taking you out, giving to you a little more, but we have the Two of Wands. So I'm going to say this is a decision about whether or not you want to be in a relationship or accept this proposal. And this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could be a job offer. It could be, you know, something at work. I don't know what everybody does. You know, sometimes you put in offers on things to clients, and I feel like your person is weighing out the proposal here and making a decision about it, or you are. Okay. All right. Now, why do we have the Knight of Swords, please? You're feeling real ambitious this week. All right. Yes, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Very stressed out due to quite possibly how you guys communicate and work together. You may feel like your person's a little more impulsive and you're a little more put together, and so there's differences there. Nine of Swords says that something about this has you incredibly stressed out. You may feel like you work good together, but in some aspect it might work. Also, there's concern because of an impulsiveness, because maybe it's just too fast. Okay, so I feel like a very uncomfortable situation here. All right, somebody wants an answer. Seven of Pentacles, the Sun. Some of you are actually going to go for it. You will put into the relationship Judgment, the Sun, Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo here. So I feel like you will maybe go for this, okay? And if it's not you, it's them accepting your proposal to them or your want for the relationship, okay? But I think somebody's strongly evaluating if this is just a means to an end, or if this is just somebody strategizing how they keep you, and you know, do they really love you? So you may have that kind of conversation this week. I can see that. What's the Hangman? Your biggest challenge, Justice card, and the Moon, the things that you don't know about the future. Fears, hidden fears about divorce, separation, karma. Maybe something here feels very karmic to you. Is this person a karmic connection? Something to that effect. You may feel a little bit of stuck. You've gone through some changes. But I do feel like part of this is like, how do I want to say that? You have Cancer, you have Libra. What I really think it boils down to is the fact that you have a lot of hidden fears about whether or not it's going to work. And also like what's fair, what will be fair between the two of you. Should you get prenups? Should you do this? Should you take it another level? Is it going to be okay? Is it going to be balanced? There's something in you that shifted. So if this is a reconnection, because I can feel that with the Judgment card, you might be thinking, is the last thing that happened going to be the same thing that happens again in this connection? Because I get the sense that this may have been a separation where somebody decided to kind of like go off and do their own thing for a long time, and you weren't sure if you were going to be with this person again, or if they would ever come back, or if it would ever happen again. And maybe that's why some of you are questioning whether or not this is a karmic connection or if this is actually a soulmate connection, okay? I want to find out if it's karmic or a soulmate. Now, is this a karmic or a soulmate? Can you just give me a yes or no? Is this a karmic or a soulmate? Okay, Six of Cups in reverse. So I'm going to say that this would be, I would say it's like a, well, since it's a past life, so I would say it's a soulmate. I would say this is more of a soulmate connection. And maybe what's happening here is that, like, that was so weird, y'all. That was really weird. The weirdest thing just happened. So you see this little magnet thing that sits in here? It was just sitting in here, right? It was just sitting in here, and all of a sudden it jumped out and went over here. That is weird. Okay. Anyway, enough of my shenanigans. I feel like what's happening here is that you're concerned that you're seeing things through like the rose-colored glasses. I do think that it is some sort of soulmate connection. It could have been that it was ended early before and now you guys are reconnected, but your concern is that, again, you're seeing things in a way that they're not clear, okay? And the Moon is the clarifying thing. You want everything very laid out and very clear, so that you know what to expect. And the thing is with love, when you go into it, you have to be prepared for the unknowns, because everything can go right and still something can go drastically wrong down the line, right? We sometimes don't always know what's going to happen, okay? Potential outcome. Two of Wands. Potential outcome is that there is a big decision that's made here that changes the direction. You're going to be in discovery with this. You're going to be planning quite possibly for the future, you know, pushing this thing along. What's your advice I'm going to clarify that too. Sorry, I can't. When I don't have my table like really close to me, I tend to shuffle really badly. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, potential outcome is the Nine of Pentacles, which isn't bad. Some of you may actually end up single, but I feel like this is good. There's going to be a really potentially very nice connection here, and it can be very successful. Okay, why do we have the Two of Wands? Some of you here are planning for the future. That's the Two of Wands as well. Okay, and there it went. The Star card. Love this. Love this. The Star can be like a dream come true card as well. This is Aquarius energy, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius here. Okay. Yep, there we go. You could be dealing with an Aquarius here. So positive energy there. Potential outcome is that whatever work you guys have together, you do it. But I see you like planning, you know, I see you planning for the future here. What's this Nine of Pentacles? I think you might risk it all here. The Four of Swords. So your advice, go within. Okay, go within and take a look at what's coming up for you. I think you're about, I think, you know, it's that independent thing, Leo. I think that some of you have such a strong independence that you think you don't need anybody, but it's not about needing somebody. Does this person bring value to your life? I think that's what you get to really think about with the Four of Swords. Does this person really offer value and security and whatever else you're looking for? So really the advice is to really evaluate whether this is something that's really worth it for you, in that, do they bring value to my life? Okay, let me see what I got here. All right, guys, so that's what I have there. I hope this has resonated for you. Please don't forget, give it a like, y'all. Give it a like. Don't forget to sub. Come on back and see me. All right. I was recording videos for my other channel, you guys. I have some interesting things in store, in the works for y'all. It's coming. I'll let you know when it does. We have the sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, stalking, but it was in reverse. So there's something with a perspective shift here that's happening. Okay, my loves. I think that some of you have wanted to think that you're seeing something in a certain way, but you're not seeing it clearly. Makes sense? Like, I don't know. I think in some cases you have to remove the glasses that you've had on about your situation, because for me, I'm not seeing that this was all bad or anything like that, but I think you have your mind set on how this person may be. And this, trust me, this is not going to resonate for everybody. Don't try to make it fit if it's not for you, okay? Partying, time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. If it wants to come in there. And love, unconditional love, self-love, wholeness, affection, attraction, and selfishness. Some of you may get a vibe off of this person, like you think they just wanted to have fun, or maybe this just started out for you as like having a really good time, and you just been, you know, either you or them has just sort of been gliding through and living in the moment in this connection here. But somebody is very much in love, wants to really be with you and make this a thing, okay? Now, I'm going to see, what do you need to surrender this week? And then I'm going to get one last oracle message for y'all. You need to surrender unhealthy relationships. Wow. Maybe I'm wrong about this whole thing. Maybe it's just a terrible, unhealthy relationship. Maybe this person parties all the fucking time and you don't like it. I could be wrong. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. It doesn't necessarily have to be this particular relationship. However, this week may challenge you to let go of some people that just don't serve a purpose in your life, okay? And like I said, you may need to reevaluate what this relationship is for you too, because I feel like some of you give it a chance, and start planning for the future with this person, and maybe some of you don't, but either way, surrendering the unhealthy relationships. And I also want to add that that could be an unhealthy relationship with yourself. Like, I have noticed how unhealthy my relationship with food has been, and how I'm like the queen of snacking. I dropped a whole bunch of weight, and then like I gained it all back just because the snack attack, bro. Like, the snack attack is for real. And I have a very unhealthy consciousness when it comes to food that I've been working on shifting. So relationship can mean a lot of things. It can mean an unhealthy relationship with the way we think about things, actual people in our lives too, okay? Now your last message is the sword. There we go, the sword. And I'm going to read this one for you guys. Give me just a second, because there it is. Okay, the sword, sign of intelligence and justice. Things will work out for the highest good. This is a sign you will soon find a fair solution to something troubling you. However, it doesn't mean you'll exactly get your way, but you have to trust that it will turn out for the best. The divinity is always leaning toward justice and the highest outcome. Whatever happens, you need to remember that sometimes being at peace is way more worth it being right, and the universe will give you what you need to achieve harmony. I say that a lot. I'd rather be at peace than be right about some shit, because what's the point? All right. If you've been feeling frustrated or irritated, you need to understand that the outcome is not in your control. Let go of the frustration and worry, and instead surrender. Trust that justice will come and you'll get what you deserve. On the other hand, this card can also mean there's a situation which you've been unfair, and you need to correct it to be at peace. So it's basically saying you may have done something and you need to bring the peace to that situation. This card can represent feeling justice, experiencing good karma, taking action, and being fair. Okay. So my loves, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, I truly appreciate each and every one of you who have been on this journey with me for the last 3 years. It's been crazy. Those of you who have been around for like 5 years when I started my other channel, thank you so much for your love and your support. I really, really, I don't give a shit what any other creator is doing. I actually appreciate the shit out of y'all. So thank you so much for always loving me up, liking, subscribing, watching these videos, putting them on in the background, just being like, the fuck, whatever she's saying. I appreciate, love you, each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.